What is the difference between a consumer and a customer? A customer is someone who pays for a product and a consumer is someone who uses the product. Well, if I talk about individuals, it is easy to understand the difference. Say I bought a novel from a bookstore. So obviously that makes me a customer. Now if I go home and read that book, that makes me a consumer. On the other hand, if I give that book to a friend, that makes my friend a consumer. Right? So in this case, I am the customer because I paid for that product, but because that friend is using that product, that makes him a consumer. But when we talk about organizations, enterprises, and businesses, the concept becomes a little bit confusing. Let's go over an example. Say an enterprise business buys a software for its employees, right? So who do you think the enterprise is in this scenario? A customer or a consumer? Well, the answer is both. The enterprise here is a customer because it paid for the software, and it is also a consumer because the employees are obviously using it for the work related purposes. So anyways, the software is being used for the enterprise only. So we can conclude that the enterprise paid for the product, but it is also using that product. So that makes the enterprise a customer and a consumer both. Let's take another example of a manufacturing unit. Say a textile manufacturing unit is buying raw materials, right? So would that make it a customer or a consumer or both? Well, the textile manufacturing unit is buying raw materials to produce clothes, obviously. Now, after producing it, it is reselling the clothes. Basically, it is not using those clothes. So that makes the manufacturing unit a customer, but not a consumer. The end customer, the person who is wearing those clothes, is the consumer. So in this example, the manufacturing unit is only a customer, but not a consumer. I hope we are now able to differentiate that who is a customer or who is a consumer. The end line to remember is the entity that pays the product is the customer and the entity that is using the product is the consumer. And the entity which is paying and using the product is both a customer and a consumer.